Hi everyone, this is meowmurai, and let's continue our game of Silent Hill 2 running on PC. Or Silent Hill 2 2024 running on PC. I've further messed around with the HDR settings, at least for my LG C3, which has been calibrated for, which has been as closely calibrated as we can to NTSC standard. So for my set in particular, the max luminance is 800 nits. I set my HDR mid luminance to 55 and my min luminance to 0. And then we turn down our HDR brightness to 0.7. I think this gives us a brighter looking image on the darkest corners, which is what the minimum luminance would control. And then the mid luminance, needed to be cranked up a bit so that we wouldn't, be fumbling around in the dark. So I think this is a pretty good setup if you have, my TV and you have, put your color temperature on warm, all the way up to 50 on warm. You have gamer mode enabled and the lowest latency possible. So that's what I did for my image, and we can still preserve those HDR highlights. Although there's not a ton of them, they're still there, and we can enjoy an HDR picture. So, took a little fumbling around, but we managed to do it. Of course, your set may vary. Like if you're going with the factory settings from your LG, you may have to adjust your mid lumens a little bit, since a properly calibrated set tends to be a little bit darker. And so dark things look extremely dark, right? But in the world of movies, that makes sense. Okay, so... Oh, that's right, we need coins. I need to find them. I have no idea where a coin is. Yeah, so now we have, proper looking fog without it being like overly crushing for the whites. And then we can look at our map without it being overly shiny and blocking out all the detail. Where haven't we gone? Texan Cafe? Maybe we need to go there. It's circled. I do like the ambiance. Like I said, it's as we do more backtracking, we'll engage in more running around. But for the initial bit of exploring, especially in a new area, I like the walk animation. And we actually run into less problems with the stuttering that a lot of people report. Like when you're running around and you're panning the camera, you'll notice a lot more problems with stuttering. Whereas, when I'm just walking around and, kind of slowly exploring, I don't experience those things. And again, maybe not everybody's going to notice it. Okay. I don't know, one of those ones that's going to try to fool you. Alright, right direction. Yeah, I have been in fog like this many times. Considering the Pacific Northwest is kind of known for, more humid rainy and overcast weather. And little towns like this is not terribly uncommon. I saw him again, or at least I think so. He says he didn't. But I don't know anymore. I'm tired. Can't find it. Doesn't matter. That scraping noise again. Not gonna grab those scissors. Yeah, see here, it's still a little dark, but the default settings for this were, I mean, that was completely pitch black. You know, which is not really the intention of an indoor setting like this with light coming through the windows. So, you know, we definitely had to make some HDR adjustments. I'm not sure what kind of TV you have that would, where the defaults would be okay. I imagine you probably have your settings set to the highest brightness possible then, if that's the case. Did we not go in here? I guess we didn't. Oh. Very little bastard. Okay, before we were so rudely interrupted. I gotta say, the game is much more difficult than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm having to use a lot of those healing items that we found. In the original game, you know, the combat was so... it was kind of brain dead, right? Because you could just smack an enemy and stun lock them over and over again, and you would really not take any damage at all. But here, since the enemies are a little smarter, you do have to worry about using the dodge properly. And they do some pretty good damage, quite frankly. Oh, why did I break that window? The door is open. Ridiculous. Okay, so we got the coin. So we can finally solve the rest of that puzzle. I didn't like the running in the original Silent Hill 2 because James got like really tired really fast, and so, you know, at the end of the, I mean, he would still run, right? He would never be so out of breath that he couldn't run, but at the end of it, he would just be like breathing heavy, like he was like 700 pounds, you know. These guys get back up even after you put them down. Yeah, I think the RT, I think the when you turn on the ray tracing, it does like overly highlight the reflections. I think they kind of want you to be able to see that yes, those are really reflected off of the environment. Like in some ways, reflection should be fairly subtle, but not in video games. Overall, I think the quality of the visuals is really good, though. I mean, we are talking about like a foggy, rainy day, so you know, there's some excuse for the way it looks. Eventually, you know, the graphic artist will kind of get over that shininess. Yeah, honestly, it's really impressive. I mean, things look so real in the game. In a good way. All right. I think I'll mod it for VR because like the buildings are like unusually tall in this game, unlike we would actually see in a real small town. I think it'd be fun to watch it in that perspective. It's funny to think 2 generations or 3 generations ago, the Japanese were on top of the graphics market. You know, they'd make the best looking games, but it's not really true anymore.
We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us staring at the water.
And yes, all the cinemas are in 30 frames, even though the game itself is you can set the game to run it at 60 frames, but all the cinemas will always be 30. I guess that's to let you know it's a cinema and you don't need to fiddle around with your controller. I think Bloober Team is based in Poland, so kind of interesting to see that these developers have been kind of on top of their game for Unreal Engine 5. You know, they've been messing around with it for a really long time, making all these, you know, very distinct visuals. He came back after you left. It's fine. He didn't try anything. He just seemed sad. Mumbled something about getting out of town with someone. I wasn't going to let him drive in his condition, so I locked him out. His car should be out back. Maybe check if he's still there by morning. It's the greenish blue one. Plate number ending with 06, I think. I mean, all these materials are really incredible. Lots of good detail. I mean, it's got kind of a Hollywood, like a Hollywood post-processing on it. But you know, I mean, you could easily mistake this stuff for photographs. And you and I especially know that that foggy days like this are, I mean, they do really look like this. Maybe not the man-eating cockroaches, but pretty much everything else. Oh, the unkept garbage everywhere. We just need to stick homeless on every corner, and this would be like being back home. Oh, it auto-saved. You know, there's some trouble there. The monsters in this game love to hide in corners and surprise the heck out of you. I think for whatever reason they decided to set up situations where there's lots of jump scares. Which is fine. It doesn't take away from the overall mood of the game. But it is an interesting decision. Oh, let's see the other side of that fence, huh? Got any goodies in there? Guess that's a no. I'm just happy that this thing mostly runs at 60 frames. I mean, a couple of hitches here and there, especially if you're running and panning the camera really quickly. But if you're just walking and casually exploring, you won't find too many drops in frames. Oh, got a bloody mess here. Take it down. Nice, don't move around. Don't do that. You too. Nice little refreshing breeze. Huh? Oh, this isn't good. There's some thick fog. I've been in fog like this before too. It's pretty freaky. Where even am I? I can't even tell. Yeah, I think we need to go to the apartments. So, straight ahead. Like how the world is telling you to stay away. I was like, nope. We're gonna find that wife. Oh, come on. Dodge that. There are a bunch of them. Maybe we should choose running this time. Are you still alive? Are you sure? Is this it? Oh, this place looks drastically different. Handgun ammo. Three white coins in the 5 holes B. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man, so sleek and so fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. Okay, well, I need some coins. Oh boy, now I get into the darkest parts of the game. We may have to increase the mid luminance just for these parts. Although that makes things look kind of washed out. Dear Madam, in response to your complaint regarding the gunshots coming from apartment 217, we have paid a visit to the tenant and he assured us that he does not own any firearms. He was fully cooperative and granted us access to the apartment. True to his words, we did not find any weapons or traces of using one. Should the noises persist, please inform the janitor. Sincerely, Woodside Apartments Administration. Now this is just pitch black. We get just a tiny little bit of light, but for the most part it's pretty dark. We may turn off the HDR for this section, depending on how bad it gets.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I wouldn't be calling out to anyone. It's very moody. Good job of the lighting. More health drinks. Uh-oh, we're finally getting a flashlight. Shoot courtyard key. Need a key for 201. You gotta remember our lights can be good and bad. Certain monsters hate the light and certain monsters hate sound. Sometimes there's a combination of everything that can be to your detriment. Not even a doorknob on that one. It's a pretty good flashlight. I mean, a time-specific flashlight. Nowadays, an LED flashlight is pretty damn bright. Heavy Viper. Actually, I'm sure it annoys my neighbors that I have LED floodlights for my yard lights, for like my motion detector lights and stuff in the back, the backyard and the and the front porch. But, you know, I like my place bright. Okay, where was the courtyard? Was it this way? I think it was this way. To hell. No? Huh. No, it's fog out here. Oh, it's all chained up. I can go there. Locane siblings murderer. Perpetrator commits suicide in custody. Walter Sullivan, the culprit in a recent homicide case, was found dead, having taken his own life in the morning of the 22nd in his jail cell. According to the police statement, Sullivan's death was caused by blood loss resulting from severing his carotid artery with a soup spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. Sullivan was apprehended on the 18th of this month on account of brutally murdering Billy and Miriam Locane. Even though Walter Sullivan did not strike a former schoolmate from his hometown of Pleasant River as someone capable of murdering children, the schoolmate admits to having witnessed Sullivan in a state of severe paranoia shortly before his arrest. He was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil. Forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me, he recounts. I guess now that I think about it, he was kind of crazy. The schoolmate concludes. Yeah, I guess so, huh? More handgun ammo. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, that guy does some damage. Does everybody just have ammo lying around in this town? Locked door sim. Very Silent Hill 2.
Hey! Wait! Damn it. What's a kid doing here?
Maybe the kid's a murderer. Oh, we're back out here. Wait, did I get any new items? In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in a special place, waiting for you. Did I miss something in that map? Okay, why don't we stop it there for now? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Silent Hill 2 2024 running on PC. Yeah, this is excellent work. Well, here, hold on a minute. Oh no, I gotta... We can play a little bit longer. I get it. We can play a little longer. I just need to make sure I have enough time to go to the gym later. But I think my time's okay. I have a late night workout schedule now. And now that we have a flashlight. Uh-oh. He brought out the bat. Golden apple handle. Second floor hallway key. And Same Blumen, Opus 82.3 or 82.3, Robert Schumann. I'm gonna assume James can't play the piano. Is there a problem? Okay, there isn't. I was about to say, is he going to try to play the piano?
Huh. Quite the artist.
Health drinks. Man, I had 5 health drinks at one point in time in this game. Those double leg enemies are pretty vicious. They do a ton of damage. They've got a weird pattern to them too. It's sort of hard to figure out when to dodge. I do like Silent Hill because it's mostly about tension. Like, most of the time, nothing happens in the game. So you're just waiting for that moment where something actually does really happen. But even then, it sort of gives you a warning with the ability to have the radio on. See, we could try to fight it without the light, but yeah. It's absolute pitch black. Like there goes the health drink I was trying to extend. Back down to 2. Okay, now let's stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Silent Hill 2 2024 running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.